gonna go ahead and get started. I was ready to have a nice little starting process, get you guys talked into and everything, but I lost track of time, and it's already 6:30. So let's go ahead and jump right on into it with no more hesitation. We did complete Sonic's campaign because, like I said, his campaign is half the entire game. So we still have Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Big, and we did the first level of Gamma just to show you guys the guns. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and jump on into Tails? I'll let you guys watch the opening. I'm going to run to the restroom because, like I said, I lost track of time and was not paying attention. So I'm running to the restroom while you guys are watching Tails' opening. For anyone new, this is my new furry VTuber. So I want to say hi to REY Los Leones. He will be my temporary PNG tuber until my VTuber is complete. I'm commissioning someone to complete my full 3D model. And yeah, everyone say hello. He will be my VTuber model for the time being. Alright, so you guys sit back and enjoy. Let's go.
Uh-oh, what's this?
You're lucky I saw you come down. So what went wrong anyway? It's not like you to crash like that.
Yeah, it's just that I'm testing a new prototype power supply, and it's not fully compatible yet.
You can always borrow my plane, the Tornado, if you want.
Thanks, Sonic. But if I can make this work, it'll run circles around yours. Check out this power supply.
Do you have unlimited power? I'll put it in my plane. Alright, let's get started, guys. Alrighty, sorry about that. I had to get a few things squared away because, like I said, my poor time management. I wholeheartedly thought I had more time. Okay, so I know I'm not the only one who's had this problem because a really popular YouTuber named Catacarus has had this problem. I remember watching his videos. He said before every stream he has to unplug everything, plug everything back in, and restart everything to get everything to work because otherwise it just doesn't work. I haven't had that problem until now. So I use an Elgato capture card, HD Plus, and up until literally last week, I have been able to stream everything without any issue whatsoever. I think it's partially because I constantly switch the HDMIs. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But yeah, I just went and got the jet anklets. They just let you fly faster. It's a very significant difference. You probably didn't see me flying really much, but it's a significant difference, I promise. But yeah, I never really had that problem until about 2 weeks ago. My capture card it will not work unless I unplug everything, plug it back in, and restart my computer. It just won't. It won't do it, and I don't know why. It'll open up on Elgato screen capture, but it will not open up on Streamlabs, and I have no idea what's causing it. I Google it, everyone else has the same problem, they just do the same thing, they have to unplug everything. And I just kind of find it I kind of find it pathetic that the product can't work like normal. Like, okay, this is gonna sound bad, but like, I think like it's doing a good job of what it does. Like, it's an HD capture card. Okay, it does that right, but it's like if it only does it 20% of the time, I have a problem with that. Because like, think about if you're every time you log on your cell phone, you have to restart your cell phone to start a certain app. That sounds stupid, right? Like if you want to open an app, like imagine you have to open your text message app or your email app, you have to restart your phone every single time you do it. That's stupid, right? That sounds stupid. And that's kind of where I'm at with this. It's just like, I don't think I should have to unplug the entire thing and replug the entire thing in for it to work. It's just work while it's plugged in. I don't know. That's just my personal preference. I don't like how it's been doing that. But either way, enough about that though. On to more important things. We are playing as Tails. He's probably the most fun character to play as. Almost all of Tails' levels will be the exact same as Sonic Tails, but it'll be shorter segments. He has shorter segments than Sonic. But yeah, it's pretty much Sonic's levels. And then Tails is easy mode because he can just fly, and you guys will see exactly what I mean here in a minute. Unfortunately, I don't know of any glitches for fighting Eggman with Tails. The one I used with Sonic was like, like I said, that's the only glitch I know of that kind. Also, I made a mistake by being way too close to the ledge last time. Just don't do that because sometimes Eggman will get shoved into the ground, and if you do it like right here, Eggman will get way too close to a wall, and you won't be able to fly over and hit him. So yeah, don't try not to do that. It's not the biggest deal because sometimes you can just take a hit and still hit them. But why even do that when I don't have to, you know? Unfortunately, almost all of Tails' bosses are repeats too, so. Going through that. I've had this song stuck in my head for a while now. It's called I'm Not Okay. And it's like, you like to drink and to smoke to take the pain away. And I don't remember all of my mistakes, and every high got a low. No one to blame. You're not alright. I'm not alright. Yeah, every drink is to take the pain away. And you don't remember all of your mistakes, and every high got a low. No one to blame, you're not alright. I'm not alright. I've had that song stuck in my head on loop for like a week because one of my favorite streamers was he usually has music playing in the background. He has that one on his. That has been playing on loop in my head. Good God. And again, Tails gets the chaos. And welcome in, everyone. We are just starting, so you guys are just joining. Just joining in. So sorry again. I was setting up, but yeah, if you guys are just joining in, we just started Tails' campaign. So you're just joining us. You were still very much perfect timing. We've only done the Chaos boss fight, which is literally the same exact boss fight as the Sonic one I did yesterday. Yeah, no shit. Alright. And for some odd reason, that cutscene causes this to spawn here. No idea why Tails has this in his lab. Also, if anyone's curious, Tails' lab is pretty much empty. You can go in there. But yeah, it's just empty. It kind of makes no sense because this is actually where the tornado spawns. So you're just like, what does Tails do all the time? But then he does have this little room up there that you can't enter, so it's just like, maybe that's where Tails actually sleeps, and the bottom part is like, you know, actually a laboratory. Tails always has different, like, laboratories depending on what Sonic media you're looking at. So in this game, he has this laboratory. In Sonic Battle for the Game of Advance, his laboratory is shaped like his house. It's like in his house, like Tails has a house, and it's like this laboratory is in his house. In the Archie and I think the Archie comics, he also has a house laboratory. And the same thing with the IDW comics. I know he has a laboratory in the IDW comics, but I'm like, I can't like visually see it in my head right now. The last time I remember seeing, because I read the Zombot arc of the IDW comics, if anyone was interested in the comics. So yeah, watch. You can just cheat with Tails. So long you can go out of parameters. If you go too far out of parameters, you just die. But so long as you're following the path like this, you literally cannot lose. And so, you're probably wondering how Tails is just flying indefinitely. Yeah, so in this game, if you don't press the A button, Tails does not lose flight. I'm pressing the B button to descend faster, but Tails does not lose flight if you just don't press the A button. So, yeah, you can just fly indefinitely. And there we go. Did it in 48 seconds. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was stupid easy. Yeah, so as you can see, you're gonna, if you're playing as other characters, you're gonna blaze through the game. Every other character that has like significantly less levels than Sonic. And they're all shorter. For example, Amy only has 2 levels. She has, Final Egg and Hot Shelter, I believe. I think those are the only 2 levels Amy has. No, she has Twinkle Park and Hot Shelter. Which, funny enough, Hot Shelter is the only level in the game that Sonic doesn't go to. Sonic goes to every single character's level. Final Egg, the Casino Zone, the Ancient Temple, Sonic literally go, Emerald Coast. Sonic's the only one, actually no, Gamma. Gamma does go to, Gamma and Big go to Emerald Coast. But yeah, the only level Sonic does not go to is Hot Shelter. Now, this level is way more bearable as Tails because you literally don't have to do that much of anything. The level is stupid easy, and you spawn in the sewer part. Yeah, sometimes the AI just gets stuck with Sonic that doesn't know what it's doing. I always thought it was funny right there. If you land right there like that, then Tails will slowly start to spin. You can also see Sonic's kind of rubber banding down at the bottom. The game will warp him around. I've actually seen a video on it. Depending on your location, the game will indeed warp Sonic around. So you're not hallucinating. Sonic is indeed warping. And you can see he's still moving even though I've already finished. And yeah, that was me finishing the next level in 56 seconds. Yeah. Tails' level is easy. It's literally like, it's off-brand Sonic, Sonic's campaign, but like, still fun. Eggman. They say it like they're drunk. I just think it's so funny.
Eggman got one of them. But the other one, see? He must be getting desperate.
Now the M count is 2-1 and Eggman's winning. Let's get a move on.
Yeah, you'll notice sometimes when the characters talk, my persona will start talking too. And if you can see Cream the Rabbit right there. Just a little cameo because this is the game that she came out in right before Sonic Advance. Sonic Advance is really her debut. That's when she got her first play. Sonic Advance 2. That's when she got her first playable appearance. So they when they remade this game, they put her in there as a cameo. The original Sonic Adventure does not have her in there because she was not conceptualized yet. But she was conceptualized before the creation of the recreation of this game. So they put her in there as a little cameo. But yeah, if you notice, my persona will sometimes talk when the characters talk. My TV. I leave the audio on my TV for certain audio cues because sometimes you do there are certain audio cues. For example, when you're using Knuckles, the Emerald Radar has an audio cue. It has a visual cue and an audio cue, but there are certain audio cues that I just prefer to hear than see, so I leave my sound on. And I want y'all to know, my microphone is nowhere near my TV. Like, my microphone is actually on the other side of my room. My TV is against the wall, and my microphone is actually almost against the back wall on a table, where it's close enough to me to hear me, but it's not close to my TV, and my TV's volume is on 1. My TV's volume, well, first of all, my TV's volume just needs an in-between between 0 and 1, because I feel like the 1 volume on my TV should be 2 or 3, and there should be, like, an actual 1 in between it, because my TV is, like, really loud, and then, also, my mic is just extremely sensitive. Like, there's no offense about it. Like, my microphone is just really, really sensitive. I paid, like, $150 or $180 for a really good microphone. I love this thing to death. I use it for every single stream. It is like the best mic. It's a I think it's called a Blue Yeti Yeti microphone. Highly recommend it. Everyone recommended it to me, and I highly recommend them. They're phenomenal. But they are very sensitive. So if you live in like a noisy household, you might want to think of getting something else. But if you like me, where it's just I live in a noisy house. Everyone in my household is an adult. I live with my 2 adult parents, and of course, and then my older brother who's like 30. So. You know, I don't live in a noisy household. We all just kind of keep to ourselves when we want to. And, you know, we're close. Like, still love each other. We still talk to each other. But, I mean, we all enjoy our alone time, so we all kind of have our own rooms. So, yeah, my room, I think my microphone's probably fine. It's just my TV, which I can put just mute my TV if it's that big of a deal. Just let me know if you guys are, like, hearing too much echo or anything. And I can I'll turn the volume down, but I literally just look for audio cues. Listen out for audio cues, and then, let's be honest, it's Sonic games. Sonic games have some of the best music in video game history. Like, almost all of Sonic's music can go into the Video Game Hall of Fame, because Sonic has got some absolute bangers. Live and Learn, Hanging on the Edge of Tomorrow is probably the best one of all time. And then, like, in that game alone, it has some of the best bangers. It's got Live and Learn, it's got Escape from the City, it's got I Am the Eggman, it's got I'm a Spy, which that's the theme for Rouge's Security Hall. It's got White Jungle. Pumpkin Hill goes really hard. Like, I actually sometimes listen to Pumpkin Hill, like, unironically. I like that song. I ain't gonna let it get to me, I'm just no creep. Down on Pumpkin Hill, I'm about to find my lost feet. I know that it's here reconciling my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. Let it get to me, I'm just no creep. It's a good song. I like this song a lot. So, yeah, being completely honest, sometimes I will boot up those games to listen to a song. Metal Harbor also goes hard in the paint. Because that song does not need to go that hard, but they did. Like, it's just such a good feel-good song. Like, I love it. But yeah, I gotta have my music on when playing Sonic games. Like I said, of course, the audio cues play a big factor too, but I'll be 200% on it. It's mainly for the music. Because the music is the best part. Like, because I tell my friends all the time, you can hate on every single Sonic game in the series, but what you can't hang on is the music. Because I'll say, like, a good 99.9% of the time the music's good. There's only one Sonic game that I don't like the music in, and that's Sonic Shuffle. And it's not even that I dislike the music, it's just like, if I had to pick a Sonic game with the worst music, it'd be that one. And that's just because of the minigame music, because the level music's great. Which, I was playing Sonic Shuffle last night. That game's really fun still. Oh my gosh, I have to do when I play Sonic Shuffle for you guys on stream, which I'm gonna play next. I have to show you guys something. I was successfully able to escape the alligator minigame. The dreaded when the first stream. Anyone who's like been along with me for a long time. I talked about when I play Sonic Shuffle, there's an alligator minigame that I have never in my life been able to win. I've never won that minigame a day in my life. I always get eaten by the alligator. But I found a way to, what you have to do is you have to mash the A button so fast to break out the alligator's jaw. And no matter how fast I mashed it, I could not get out. I found a way. So essentially, I take, so take your thumb and put your index finger and your middle finger on your, I'm using my right hand. Take your thumb, and then close your index finger and middle finger together. Like, pull them close together, and then put your thumb in the middle of the both of those. Not through it, but like pressing against the both of those. And then hover over the button you want to. And then flex your arm like as hard as you can. It's not good for your arm. It's not good for your arm. But flex your arm. Your arm, your hand will instinctively like start to jitter, which start to make it shake really fast back and forth. But that's actually, but if you do it close enough to control it, you can do it so you can press the button. And that is how I've been able to beat that minigame every single time. I've been able to beat it every single time since then, and I have not found another method that works for me. But yeah. That's the method I've been doing to beat this difficult minigame, and I'm so proud of myself.
Oh no! It's changing again! We gotta stop this now!
Unfortunately, here we go, repeat boss fight number 2. They could have done without this one, but you have to fight him again as Tails, and then you have to fight him again as Knuckles, which makes no sense because. So it makes sense that you fight this monster as Tails because it's implied that everything Sonic does, Tails has been right with them, except for Red Mountain because Tails doesn't get separated at that moment. But it's implied that him and Sonic do everything have done everything together. But the problem with that is. The problem with that is, that when you get to Knuckles, sorry, I lost my train of thought. When you get to Knuckles, you don't understand why you have to fight him as Knuckles if Tails and Sonic are supposed to be fighting him. Because my question is, if Tails and Sonic are indeed fighting him, why is Knuckles? It's just like, you can say, it's because, oh, all three of them are fighting him at once, but why? Because you can't even say they need to fight him all at once, because Sonic takes on Chaos 6 by himself. As you guys saw my playthrough, you have to fight Chaos 6 by yourself as Sonic. Now during that boss fight, what's supposed to be going on is Big is supposed to be right there with Sonic at the same time, fishing Froggy out of Chaos at the same time Sonic is fighting Chaos 6, but he's not actively hurting him. So Sonic can fight Chaos 6 by himself. So it makes me wonder, like, what would be the reason for Tails, Knuckles, and Sonic to all be fighting Chaos 4? This is Chaos 4. And then on that note, after you beat Chaos 6 with Sonic and Big, and they both would flee, Chaos 6 is still alive, and you finish him off with Knuckles. Which makes sense in that sense, because Sonic just assumed he finished him off, and maybe he didn't. But what doesn't make sense is, so Knuckles fights Chaos 6 by himself as well. So again, why did they need to team up on Chaos 4? If Chaos 6 is stronger, what was the reason? I don't know. Alright. Ooh. I need to get more comfortable seating arrangements. My bed frame broke. So my brother unscrewed the rest of the frame, and now my mattress is just sitting inside the frame. It's a very nice frame, and unfortunately the wooden bars on the side broke off. But hey, make the best of what you can do. Honestly, if I'm being realistic, it has not hindered me. It's just it gets a little, because now my bed's lower to the ground, so I have to look up at my TV, whereas like my bed was more level at my TV when I sit on it, so like my eyes was level with the TV because it's on top of a dresser. So that's pretty much the only way it's inconvenienced me. I feel like I don't think it's inconvenienced me any other way besides that. Alright, repeat fight again. Woo! For anyone wondering, yes, I will be getting all the character upgrades. The only ones I don't even remember all of them are big. But that's because every time I play through, I always skip Big's upgrades because they're not necessary to finish the game, but they are necessary for 100% completion. So I literally have one save file where I think it's my only save file where I'm close to 100% because I'm like almost done with the mission mode too. I have like 8 missions left, and then I've done all the secondary missions for everybody on the level except for Knuckles, I think, because you have to like find the Chaos Summons in like 2 seconds. So like I'm like close, but I just don't feel like it. Do y'all want to know a funny story while we're playing this monotony again? All right, so So I am an artist, if it wasn't obvious, and I like to draw using my Surface Book. I have a Surface Book 2. That's how I draw, because my Surface Book 2, it's one of those Surface laptops where it detaches from the top of the screen. The top of the screen detaches from the keyboard, and that is how that's how I draw. I detach the screen from the keyboard, and sometimes I just flip it. It can reattach backwards, and it can work as a nice stand for it. And so sometimes I do that. But a lot of times I'll just take the screen completely off the keyboard, and I'll just draw it like directly on like a piece of paper. Well, yesterday the battery for my pen died while I was getting ready to draw. And I was at first I was just like, oh no, did my pen break? And I was like, oh wait, no, I have not changed this battery in like 6 years. Like I've had that drawing pen for like 6 or 7 years now, and I've never once changed the battery. So yeah, I have that battery. I have that pen. So I'm getting ready, like I said, getting ready to draw, and it's not working. So my first thought I was like, oh no, did it break? But I was like, but then I was like, oh, obviously no. It's got uses batteries. The battery's probably dead because it also lights up when you turn it on, and it wasn't lighting up. So I was like, okay, battery's obviously dead because it's not lighting up. So I take the battery out and I look at it. I was like, oh, that's AAA battery, no problem. Upon closer inspection, it is not AAA. It is quadruple A. First of all, I did not know there was a such thing as quadruple A batteries. I was just like, oh, okay, they're smaller than AA or AAA. Okay, cool. And so I Google like where I can buy some, and like my local Target says it has some. I get to Target, they don't have any. I look on Walmart's website, they don't have any. I look on Best Buy. Best Buy's website, like, it's actually letting me order on Instacart, but I'm just like, well, if I can order on Instacart, that means it's in the store. So I get to Best Buy, and they're just like, yeah, no, this is our whole battery section. I don't see quadruple A. I'm like, well, fuck. So I wasted a bunch of time driving around all day looking for quadruple A batteries. Welcome in everyone. So I get to get home, or like at the Best Buy, I order more batteries. It's like $5 for a package of 2 quadruple A batteries on Amazon. They have 1 day shipping because I have Amazon Prime, so I ordered those. They're actually still getting here tomorrow. Well, today I had a doctor's appointment. In the doctor's appointment, he like, yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna put you on this prescription. This might help with your situation. Long story, I'll tell it later. But yeah, I have a prescription. I went to go pick up my prescription at my pharmacy. Well, I get to the pharmacy, and the guy behind the counter is just like, it's like, you have a prescription, just give us 1 moment to fill it. I'm like, you can take a seat. And I'm just like, yeah, that's fine. So I turn around, take a seat, and while I'm sitting down, there's a little kiosk right beside me, a little stand right beside me, directly to my right. I look over to my right, it's batteries. They have quadruple A batteries at the pharmacy. I went to Best Buy, I checked Walmart, I checked Target. No quadruple A batteries anywhere. But here I am at my local pharmacy. For whatever reason, they have quadruple A batteries. So yeah, it was the battery. I replaced the battery, and now I was actually trying to draw with it earlier today. I was like trying to click with it earlier to make sure it worked. It does indeed work again. So it was indeed the battery was just dead, as I suspected. But yeah, Walmart, Best Buy, nothing. But random pharmacy, they had quadruple A batteries, which again I didn't even know existed until today. But yeah, now my drawing pen's back to functional order, and I'll probably go back to drawing. I don't like in that cutscene how they put it in the Mystic Ruins. I thought that was kind of weird because it's like now it's implied Sonic and Tails met in the Mystic Ruins because that's what it looks like.
I owe so much to Sonic. Sonic! Wonder where he went. Sure hope he's alright. The tornado's not powerful enough. If I'm gonna get that egg carrier, I need to finish my prototype. It needs a Chaos Emerald to work. Looks like I'd better find one fast.
I muted my mic to be like so you guys can stop hearing that echo because I feel like it was getting annoying. But yeah, I went ahead and like muted my mic just to be on the safe side so you guys don't have to hear that over and over. All right, hang on. I'm gonna bring up my stream manager, make sure everything looks good. Hang on, I'm gonna bring up my stream manager, make sure everything looks good. All right, yeah, we are good. We're in shape. Okay. I constantly have to check my stream manager because I actually have no way of testing to see if something works right or not. Besides like opening up the stream myself and looking. But yeah. I'm probably gonna have to break down and eventually like buy a designated HDMI cord for my Elgato. Oh yeah, that's right. Have to go to Mystic Ruins. Or deep into the woods of Mystic Ruins. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have to buy a new HDMI for my Elgato because I think that is the problem that that could be it. Now that I think about it, it could be the problem that it's established a connection with the proper HDMI, and then it when I switch the like I said, I do switch the HDMI somewhat constantly, and it might be an issue that when I constantly switch the HDMI, it's not registering properly. Also, you get no indication to come and do this. I found this at random. Like it just said like if you go talk to call that floating red ball. If you go talk to her, it tells you to come into the woods. And I conveniently, the first time I did this, I went down the ladder and just instinctively went to the left. And yeah, and then it shows you that cutscene. You get no other indication of like how you're supposed to do that. And this is very uncontrollable. You don't even have to go through these hoops. They're completely optional. I think when you go for emblems, you have to go through a certain number of them to get an emblem, but it's not necessary here. It's just completely optional. I think it's just something to make it look like, make this area look less boring, I suppose. Although I feel like the falling debris makes it look cool enough. It does make me wonder where the hell are we in the Mr. Ruins? Like, where is this? And there's Froggy. Alright, this is where we get our next upgrade for Tails. This is a missable upgrade. Once you're out of this area, I don't know. Okay, so I don't know if I'm not 100% sure if the cutscene will trigger if you don't have the upgrade. I've actually never tried to trigger the cutscene without the upgrade, but we'll see. Alright, this is Tails' final upgrade.
You found the rhythm badge. To do continuous tail attacks, hold the action button down.
Alright, so you haven't seen me use it, but Tails has his Tails attack, and when without the ribbon, he can only do that. That's all he can do without the warrior ribbon. He can only do it one time, but if you have the rhythm badge, then you can just hold the B button. It really only is useful during his final boss, in my opinion. The rest of the game, you never really have used for it. But it is kind of cool to just like see him spin around like that.
What were you saying before?
It's something my grandmother taught me. I'm never to forget it. It goes like this. The servers are the 7 chaos. Chaos is power, power enriched by the heart. The controller is the one that unifies the chaos. But I'm still not sure what it all means. But the number 7 is the same as the number of emeralds there are.
Emeralds?
Forgive me, but I don't think we've ever met before. I'm Tikal, and you are?
Takala is such an underutilized character that I really like. She's one of my favorite Sonic characters. I just feel like they underutilize her. They could use her more often. I understand why they don't, because she is from the past. She's not alive anymore, so it does make sense why they don't use her that much anymore. But I kind of wish we would get I want a Knuckles game where you would go over the history of like the Knuckles tribe or the Echidna tribe, and they explain more about the connection between Knuckles and Takala, because all we know are they are distant relatives. Like Takala is Knuckles' ancestor. That's all we know. But I kind of wish we'd get like a little bit more of a story on that. I know the comic books they do, but yeah. I want a game about the Echidna tribe. I think that'd be really cool.
This will get my tornado too up and raring to go.
All right.
The time has come at last. This new plane should work a lot better. I've ironed out most of the problems. So, here it goes. Emerald, do your stuff. You ready, Sonic? Here I come.
This game gives Tails so much like needed growth, and I love it. He like I just love how although I feel like some of the newer Sonic games shit on it, especially Forces. Oh, hold on, and my freaking my Twitch stream, my phone was a little too loud. Another repeat boss fight. On the upside, this is the last campaign we have to do this. So I put a lot of faith in a Tails right then. It's like, why would you do that? Tails is already flying to you. But I'm assuming it's just that Sonic timed it perfectly so he'd land on Tails' plane. I love their friendship. I just love these two are best friends. They do everything together. I love that so much. And they have like good assets to complement each other too. Like Sonic has his strength and the super speed. You know, Sonic's got like an immaculate amount of power in him. And then Tails is the smart one. It's just like it's just like I know I'm fast, but I'm not as fast as Sonic, and I know I'm strong, but I'm not as strong as Sonic. But there's things that and Sonic Forces or Frontiers said it the best, where Tails has that conversation with Eggman where he's just like there's things only even I can do, which like it makes it seem like Tails has finally realized like he doesn't need to be like Sonic. It's like there's things that Sonic can't do that he can. And Sonic even mentions that in Frontiers. It's just like Tails, you can fly. It's like you're almost it's like you're as fast as me and you're as smart as Eggman. And it's like it's one of those things that like really like solidifies like their friendship to me. It's like Sonic genuinely does see Tails as friend. He wants his friend to be happy. And it's like he doesn't get jealous that Tails can fly and then he can't. He's just like Tails can fly and I can't. It's just like that means I need him to do things that I can't. And I love that. It's like Sonic freely like admits it's like there are times I've needed you and not because I didn't know what to do next. And it's like Tails, you had the answer. Another good example is in Sonic Adventure 2 when Tails came up with the idea with the fake Chaos Emerald. That was Tails' decision, and Tails made it all on his own. He didn't need Sonic to tell him to do it. He just knew that's what he should do. And that's one thing I love about this game and Sonic Adventure 2 especially is like it gives Sonic like the side characters like Amy, Tails, Knuckles. It gives them so much growth, and I love it. Now Knuckles doesn't get too much growth in Sonic Adventure 2 because he's kind of like relegated as a side character. Same with Amy, but Tails definitely does. Amy does get a little bit of good growth in Sonic Adventure 2, though. I'll give her that. Especially a scene with Shadow, because one thing that I liked about Sonic Adventure era and Sonic Hero era of Amy is she realizes like she is not Sonic. She's never gonna run as fast as Sonic. She's never gonna be as strong, like keep up with Sonic. But what she realizes is, like Tails, is like I don't need to be like Sonic. There are things that I can do that Sonic can't. Amy is a very compassionate person. She can understand. She's very good at understanding people's feelings, and that's why in Sonic Adventure 2, when Shadow was having his like pretty much emotional breakdown over what happened to Maria in the final acts of the game, Amy went to console him and helped him understand. And because of Amy's words, it helped him better understand Maria's true wishes, that she wanted everyone on the planet to be happy. So Amy had her own arc herself. She's like, I don't need to be as strong as Sonic. Let me do the one thing I know I can do, and one thing I can do is understanding people's feelings, and she did that extremely well, and she convinced Shadow to help the others. Ah. As a little kid, I used to be able to blow that up before he could hit me, but I can't do it anymore. I think I'm just getting old, so how fast I press buttons is a lot slower. I say getting old. I'm only 27. So this is one thing I like about the DX version of this game, the GameCube version specifically. When you get enough emblems, it unlocks the GameCube the Game Gear version of old Sonic games. So like, let's say I unlocked Sonic the Hedgehog. That's because I just unlocked the Game Gear version of the original Sonic the Hedgehog. The original Adventure version of the Dreamcast does not have that, and strangely, neither does the Steam PC version for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, both those versions of the game just don't have that feature, and I have literally zero to no idea why. Yeah, Tails forgot the landing gear. We still landed perfectly. It's fine.
Wow, this thing is really huge.
But yeah, one thing, Sonic has a metric fuck ton of friends. Obviously, Tails is his best friend. Tails is there in every single game right beside Sonic. But that doesn't take away the fact that the other characters need to be fleshed out too. And I think if Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 did a very good job of doing that with Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 did that very good job with Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. Of course, honestly, I say this, someone actually gave me this perspective recently, and I agree with them. It was a YouTube video I was watching, but Sonic Adventure 2 is not about Sonic. Sonic is there, but it's not about Sonic. The game is about Shadow, and I agree. And that's like, Sonic is just the catalyst to bring everything together. He's the reason, he's one of the things that brings everyone together, like his friends there and Eggman there. He's the catalyst, but the game is about Shadow. And I 100% agree, and I think that was Sega's intention. The game is Sonic is supposed to be there. It is a Sonic game first and foremost, but Sonic, even though he is the main character, he is not the main part of the story. The main part of the story is Shadow, and I appreciate that a lot. And someone pointed this out recently to me too that Sonic 06 is also not about Sonic. Sonic 06 is about Silver and Shadow. Sonic 06 is about Shadow coming to terms with his past and moving forward. That's why his story is so impactful. And Sonic 06 has one of the best messages, even though the execution was poor. It has one of the best messages in a video game, in my opinion, because all three hedgehogs represent three different stages in a person's life. Shadow represents moving on from the past. Sonic represents living for the present, and Silver represents creating a better future. Silver's whole arc is that he is trying to save his doomed future. Like Silver's future is like, there's no way Silver can save it in his time period. The only thing he can do is to go back in time and stop everything from happening in the first place. Because everyone is dead besides him and Blaze. They're the last two alive, and there's just this monster terrorizing everything. Everything's covered in lava. Like, Silver realizes he cannot do anything in his current time, so he has to go back in time to save his future. And so the good message of the game is like Silver is like doing what you can to create a better future. Shadow is like moving on from your past and learning from your past and moving on. And Sonic is all about living for the now and being able to do whatever you can for what you're giving with now. And that's why a lot of times Sonic kind of takes the backseat in the story, because he doesn't have an arc. Sonic has already completed his arc. Right now, his goal is to save Elise, and Elise has her arc. Sonic is just there for gameplay. Let's be honest, he's just there for gameplay because it's a Sonic game. And that is okay. And I think that's like one of the game's strongest points. That is okay to say the main character does not need to be the focus. Let's let his friends be the focus. And I really feel like Sega did a great job of doing that. They did a great job of showing Shadow and Silver, their stories are not finished yet. They still have room to grow and change. I really love at the very end that conversation between the conversation Shadow has when he's taking his inhibitor rings off. He says, "And if the world turns to get me, then I'll always fight. I'll do as I always have. I'll just keep fighting." And right there beside him were his two best friends, Rouge and Omega. Right there, always fighting beside him. And Rouge makes it explicitly clear that no matter what happens to no matter if the world turns against Shadow, no matter if like anything happens, Rouge knows she will always be there for Shadow. And that shows good growth on Rouge's part. Because we're introduced to Rouge, she cares nothing but treasure. She only cares about money, jewels. That's all Rouge cares about. Why she got intertwined with Sonic and her friends in the first place? Because she was getting the government promised to pay her in jewels. She does not care about anything or anybody else besides jewels. But through the game, she learns to appreciate Knuckles' struggle to protect the Master Emerald, and even relinquishes the final shards that she had been holding on to. Because Rouge wants the Master Emerald for herself. It's a giant jewel. She wants it for herself. But she realizes how important the Master Emerald is to Knuckles. And she relinquishes the shards that she found and gives them to Knuckles. She also realizes Shadow's mental state too, and how and like why he thinks the way he does. And after relocating him in Sonic Heroes, she does her best to become his friend. She doesn't see him as just like her target anymore. It's like she sees Shadow as like, this is a person who is traumatized. It's like, I want to help him. It's just like, I see him as a friend now. And ever since then, they've been friends in every single Sonic game. And I think that shows great character growth on the both of them, especially on Shadow's part, because Shadow had no interest in being friends with anyone because of what happened with Maria. It's like, Shadow spent his entire like the first like 12 years of his life, I believe, like protecting Maria, staying with Maria and protecting her, just to have her killed right in front of her. So Shadow isn't quick to open up to anybody anymore, but he opens back up to Rouge, he opens back up to Omega, and in Sonic Adventure 2 even opens up to Amy. And now Shadow considers himself like, Shadow won't say it because he's still, standoffish. He still has his personality. He still has a standoffish personality because at the end of the day, he still is Shadow the Hedgehog. He's very standoffish. He's very, like, a proud person. So at the end of the day, he still is still Shadow. But now he doesn't turn down the help of his friends anymore. Like, now when Sonic and Tails call him his friend, sure, he won't say it back, but he won't disagree that they're not. He won't disagree with their friends. He'll be like, it's like, this is my friend Shadow, and then Shadow just won't say anything instead of obviously saying they're enemies. Which again, I think is growth. That Shadow is realizing that he needs friends. Like he wants friends again, and I appreciate that. I also think it's very poetic that the one robot that was meant to guard his body in Sonic Heroes, Omega, is one of his closest friends. Rouge and Omega are Shadow's closest friends. And Omega, being a sentient robot, Omega is sentient, and even though he doesn't show emotion, he exhibits similarities to having emotions. He acknowledges that Shadow is his friend, even though he doesn't really understand the concept. Because he's a robot, he doesn't understand friendship, he doesn't understand love, he doesn't understand that. But what he does understand is that he cares about Shadow and Rouge, so he'll do anything to protect the both of them. It even showed that in the comic books during the Zombie arc when Omega desperately tries to protect everyone around him. Even though it is said that Omega did it because the Zombots are Eggman robots, and Omega's sole goal in life is to destroy all Eggman robots. He says he did it because he wants to destroy all Eggman robots, but everyone does believe it's because he to some level, he does care about his friends. I'm gonna turn the volume because y'all gonna hear this one audio.
I'm finished. Chaos was defeated, and now my egg carrier is ruined. No matter. I will destroy Station Square anyway.
If that missile is launched,
Ready? Fire! Ah! No, it was a dud. I can't believe this. Ah, I'll go and deal with it myself.
oh no! I'd better get to that missile before he detonates it. I see it.
So that score when Eggman just starts flying towards the thing, the ding, 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 that's the only time in this game you hear that song. It does not play any other time in this game. And it's I think it lasts I think the score itself lasts around a minute to 50 seconds, I believe. But you only hear it for 20 seconds, so I don't. It's like I said, it's never used again. I don't even know what the point is, but yeah.
I'll do this by myself. Okay, Eggman, bring it on.
And of course, Tails is having his realization. He's just like, I don't need Sonic to stop Eggman. She's like, I can do this, right? It's like Sonic's not here. I have to do this myself.
You think you can keep
Which
up
shows
with
a
me?
lot of growth on Tails' part, which I like.
He's caught up.
Now this race is again stupid easy. Just beat Eggman to the missile. If you didn't catch it from the story, but Eggman fired a missile at Station Square, but it didn't activate. So him and Tails are racing to Tails is racing to deactivate it, so it can't. So of course it can't go off. Eggman is racing to activate it, so it will go off. So obviously we can't allow Eggman to get there. We gotta get there first. You can see right there. So Eggman's AI works differently than Sonic's. His AI can get caught on stuff, even though he's flying. I don't know how. It doesn't teleport like Sonic does. It actually just goes at a leisurely pace, and sometimes it can get stuck on things. Again, I don't know how, but it can. So if you're wondering why I'm absolutely demolishing him, well, yeah, his AI will get stuck on things. But like, as you can see, he is moving. He just doesn't move very fast. So it's like, it's one of those things that even if he was going, he would not be. He's not moving very fast. See, okay, he's moving now, but he's just not moving very fast. Which, you know, it makes me not stressed out about waiting like I did right there. Easy. And if this was a real life situation, now Tails has plenty of time to deactivate that missile before Eggman can reactivate it.
That wasn't too bad.
Oh no! It's Robotnik!
So you beat me to the missile, you little pest. I will make you all pay for this.
Let's get out of here!
You fool. Away, before I make mincemeat out of you.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I can do this.
I just love that line right there, because Eggman is at its absolute evilest right there. Like, the delivery from the voice actor was just so perfect. It really showed how intimidating Eggman is. And the story is told from Tails' perspective, too, so it makes it even more believable. It's like, Tails is... I forget this sometimes, but Tails is just a kid. He's only 8 years old. So to him, this is actually terrifying. Eggman is someone who has not only tried to end the world multiple times, but someone that that even Sonic sometimes struggles against. Sonic, someone who Tails looks up to. But Sonic's not here, so Tails is the only one here, so he realizes it's like, either I have to do this, or no one else will. Sonic's not here, I have to do this myself. And I think that is beautiful. Oops. Yeah, that happens sometimes.
He's not gonna get away with this. Get a load of this. Get a load of this. Get a load of this. No way.
Not too bad, right? Oop, forgot to turn the volume back down. There you go. That way the music's not fucking blaring in your guys' ears. That way the music's not fucking blaring in your guys' ears.
Hey, I did it! You saved the day! You're the best! I did it all by myself!
I will turn the music up so you guys can enjoy this beautiful song, because I personally love it, so I think you guys will too.
When I'm alone in my chair, I just go about wishing I wanna be strong. I really wanna be trusted. reach the highest of all of the heavens, somebody will be waiting for me. So I have gotta fly higher, gotta keep going. Everything is a brand new challenge for me. I will believe in myself. This is the only start for me. Many friends help me out. In return, I help them. Certain things I can do, and there's things that only I can do. No one's alone. I wanna fly high so I can reach the highest of all of the heavens. Somebody will be waiting for me, so I have gotta fly higher, gotta keep going. Everything is a brand new challenge for me. I will believe in myself. This is the only start for me.
I think that song does a perfect job of encapsulating Tails' arc of growing up and understand, like, you know, understanding that he can do things that even Sonic can't do. And I think that song does it extremely well, and I love that a lot. That's why I wanted to play, because like how she said, this is the only start for me. It's essentially this is a new beginning for Tails. It's like he's realized now. It's just like he doesn't need to always rely on Sonic. It's just like I can do things on my own. It's just like look at me. I just saved the whole city all by myself without Sonic anywhere around.
Your character.
And I think that is an excellent arc for a very well written character. Because like I said, I think a lot of people forget, and myself included, Tails is a child. He's 8 years old, so he's very impressionable. He's like, he might be a super genius, but he's also a child. He still thinks like a child sometimes, despite being a super genius. Like, he has great intellect. He's a great mechanic and scientist, but I mean, he's still gonna, as a kid, he's gonna have that person like Sonic. Like Sonic is, of course, like his older brother figure. Tails doesn't know who is. I don't think Tails. I don't think in the main game canon, I don't think Tails is aware of where his parents are located. So he essentially looks to Sonic as basically like a parental figure and an older brother figure. So I do really like the arc that Tails goes through. It's like yes, Sonic is my older brother. He's always taking care of me, but it's like one of these days I have to realize I can do things on my own, and I appreciate that. Knuckles here has a great arc as well. This is one of the only times in series that Knuckles reflects on the fact that he's supposed to stay. Knuckles is essentially tethered to the Master Emerald. Knuckles' sole purpose in life is to.
What's going on?
Looks like we might have a freeze here. One sec.
Oh no! Something's happened to the Master Emerald. Huh? Who are you? Did you do this? Oh, I'll get you for this. Oh! Hey, no fair!
How odd. My Streamlabs has a screen appearing frozen. It is not frozen on the actual stream, so I guess that's good.
Whoa, that was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Oh no, it's starting to happen. Without the Master Emerald's power, this whole island will fall into the ocean.
Not exactly sure why, but again, my Streamlabs is frozen, but I'm looking at the Twitch stream and it looks fine, so I'm guessing it's fine. Well, just the show must go on, I suppose. Like I said, I can still see everything. But yeah, the Streamlabs does that though. I don't know why. It just does that sometimes where like the screen itself will freeze, but I'm looking at the stream right now and it looks like it's still going strong, so I guess we're good. We'll probably finish up Knuckles' campaign here and then we'll call it a night. I have been having so much fun playing this game again. Like I said, I play this game annually. I play at least once. I finish it to completion at least once a year, and I love doing it. It's one of my favorite things to do a year. I actually look forward to doing it every year. The only thing the only thing I don't looking forward to literally is Sonic's final boss. That's the only thing that I don't look forward to. Everything else, like, I can do pretty much fine. It's just Sonic's final boss. Now, what I like about this game is, unlike Sonic Adventure 2, all the emeralds can be detected on radar at a time. It does not limit you to only doing one at a time. I'm not sure why they decided to do it in Sonic Adventure 2. Because a lot of people think it's because the hint system was different, but I was just like, then make a different hint system. It's like they didn't have to stick with the hint system they have. It's like, make a different hint system. Wherever this emerald is, I don't recall. I don't think I've ever had this emerald before. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that one before. That was only supposed to take like 30 seconds. That took a minute. Let me see if I can repair Twitch my Twitch here real quick. 1 second.